I've got a couple of new weapons and some potions to try out today, so let's get to it. Our wine brewing has certainly taken over quite a bit of my life recently, but we are starting to get out quite a lot of different qualities. As you can see, we have managed to get ourselves to a quality above 0.9, which is really decent actually. So I'm going to take out a few different bottles of 0.96 quality wine, and we can try that out. I have also been distilling some wild berry juice. It's not as high as quality as the wine, but we'll be able to try it out as well, certainly. We got quite lucky actually, and I was able to make quality 0.76 wild berry wine, so we can try this out as well. So I believe if I now eat a burrito, we will get up all of the stats from it, and if I drink some bottles of wine, then this should extend the duration of the effects. We do get the inebriated effect, but we extend out the duration of all of the other ones quite significantly. And I believe our wild berry wine is going to be able to increase those stats overall. Yes, we're getting +3 on some of them, so that's going to be incredibly handy as well. Right, let's store these things inside our ender chest and then get ourselves over to a dungeon. We are going to take on the aberrant roguelike dungeon, and we will see what our new weapons are capable of. Hello spider. Goodbye spider. So this could be a lot of fun. So the weapon that I have on me at the moment is a nunchuck, which does have a few different enchants on it, but it's certainly making short work of just these regular mobs. How do traits fare against it? Not too well by the looks of it. But let's at the same token just get rid of their spawners because I really can't be bothered. Well, I think I have maybe found Experiment 69R. Indeed I have. Let's see how our weapon does against it. Which I think it's already dead. And I think that kill was as quick even with some of the buffs running out there. Holy crap. It dropped us a Beast Soulstone, which may have a new tameable creature in it for us. Let us see. Yes, a Pterodon. Well, I'll let him get on with that, and I'm going to venture further down into these dungeons. The buffs have run out at the moment, but I want to see just what the raw damage of this weapon is before we rebuff up. Especially against these bloody spectres and Raymons. The damage is good, but of course not as good as having the food buff with it, so I may need to boost back up. I assume that the deeper we go, the better loot that we will get, and the bigger nasties that we will meet. So far here, nothing really to cause too much issue. I'm getting a lot of experience, which is really nice though. In fact, that's a full experience tome, so we'll need to get another one out. This is going to be a good run. I do see that we have a boss's health bar at the top of the screen, so I'm sure we will come across it at some point and murder it just as easily as we're murdering everything else. We have a stronger trait here, that's what the purple signifies. If we could get to it and kill it, that's a hell of a lot of experience that we get, which may be enough to fill up this other book tome. Holy crap, okay, I may need to use some of this experience to keep going. We come into this room here, which seems to have attached to maybe a dragon's nest. Bloody Raymons. It is a dragon nest actually, and there is a dragon inside of it. Oh, is this going to go the exact same way as last time? I'm a bit better prepared this time, so... oh, why not? Let's see how much damage we do to this. Well, I cannot see anything at the moment, but our dragon bauble is helping with that. We are melting its health whenever it comes down, which is nice. making a hell of a lot of noise. And apologies if you can't see anything, but nor can I at the moment. And I think we have just killed it. Wow. I am also stuck in its corpse again, but I think we have just slaughtered our very first tier 5 dragon. And we really didn't take too much damage, and it didn't fly out and destroy my base. Holy crap. Alright then, well, I really wasn't expecting anything really to happen there, but I'm pretty happy with this, not going to lie. And just before I do harvest it, I'm just going to very quickly check up that I don't need to do anything or will miss anything from killing a stage 5 one. I haven't seen anything online that does suggest that I do need to do anything special with this, so I should just be able to come over and harvest this normally. Well, it's now just in its corpse form, and there is a stage 4 dragon actually. So that wasn't a stage 5 one. Maybe got overexcited about that. But at least we were able to kill one down here, which is pretty good. And it certainly dropped us a lot of dragon scales and some other goodies as well. It dropped us a dragon egg, which says bronze. Not a clue what that is, but we will find out after we get out of here. Alright then, well, let's head back to the Hobbit house, just because I do have a lot of experience that I want to store. In fact, while I'm here, I've got a lot of experience that I could be using, so let's maybe get our combat skills up a bit. Let's go for some more melee damage, I think. And I do need a few more agility levels so that I can use a new bow that I have. And why not? It's also cheap enough for us to then upgrade our archery level. And just before we do head back down the dungeon for some more goodies and experience, let's see what our dragon egg is going to do for us. Because this is a fire dragon, we need to heat it up with some fire. So that netherrack should be fine there. There is some fire, and put the egg just beside it. I'm not sure if it says how long it takes to hatch or not. I don't know if it needs to go inside the fire, but maybe we just leave it. Well, I am going to leave it and go check on our brewing process, which we are definitely making stronger and stronger wildberry wines, so that's going to help our stats be increased at least. And I have a wine that had a quality control of 0.97, and it has turned in to quality of 1. So we have the highest quality wine that we can possibly ever get. Fantastic. All of that effort has paid off. So let's use some of this as a quality control, and we will get even more of it made for us. We've even been able to make another batch of quality 1 wine. How fantastic. I wonder if we put the dragon egg into the fire or start a fire on the dragon egg. Is that shaking actually? I think it might be. So we'll just wait and see if it hatches for us. I am getting slightly impatient waiting on it hatching because I do want to head back out and try out some of my new weapons. This bow actually has an infinity enchantment on it, which is going to be really nice. And just like that actually, it's hatched. Hello you. Now, are you automatically tamed? Are you going to turn into one of those big nasties and burn down everything that I've worked for here? Yeah? What are you going to do? Fire dragon, it is unnamed, it is a male, and it's hungry. It also says stage 1. Does that mean that we can get this growing up to be a stage 5 dragon? We need to feed it some dragon meals, which we use some bones and some meat. Oh, that's actually very, very simple to make, because I've got an absolute abundance of bones somewhere. And a lot of cooked meat that I really don't know what to do with, so let's make some of these then. And of course it's now wandered off and I have no idea where it is. And found it. Well, I know this is a male dragon, but it's definitely got a wee cheeky face on it, so I am going to call it Plum. I did want to say it's got a wee face on it, but that would require me putting in a sensor, which I'll still need to do. But here you go then, you eat some of this and you have already grown a bit bigger. Holy crap. Its health is increasing past 69, and we'll just keep going here. I've got lots of food to give you. It's now pretty much the same size as our bookworms, but I will get you plenty more grubs in there. Oh goody, a strider has spawned in. How would you like some of this to the face, son? Oh, I'm sure he loved it. Okay then, here is some more food for you. You keep growing up. That's a good boy. It's got a lot more health and its hunger has been satisfied, and I do believe that it is now at stage 2. 33 days. Not quite sure what that means, but I've got some more food for you, so you keep growing up. And it's taken off. Oh neat, it's big enough now to fly. I am going to get absolutely nothing done today now that I have a dragon. The only problem that I now have is how do we get it back down? We apparently need to make a dragon command staff, which will require a dragon skull and a stick. Well, I have the command staff, but I now cannot find the dragon. Please tell me it's not run away already. Found him. Right, let's see if we can get him back then. He had just gone wandering for a bit. I think if it is going to go wandering, then I might make it some diamond armor, just so that it has some protection. Damn, this is going to be expensive. Literally just enough blocks of diamonds to make the whole set. Only 2 blocks of diamonds left. Damn, it better appreciate this. Right, you, get your ass back here. Stop flying away, you awful. I'm not really sure how to use the command staff. The dragon is wandering. No, I want the dragon to stay. Where is it going to stay? I really would prefer it just landing so that I could give it some armor. Hurry up and go down already. I wonder if this is the equivalent of a teenager just not wanting to follow orders. Hurry up and land. There is another item that we can try use, a Dragonbone Flute, and that might bring it back to us. Let's see then. Interesting noise. Hello? Maybe if I just keep playing it, the closer we get, the more likely it will be to hear and come down to us. Honestly, this is not what I expected to do with my afternoon. I wanted to go raid some dungeons. Well, I've given up looking for the dragon at the moment. It clearly doesn't want to have too much to do with me, so we're back down here in the nether, and we're going to go see if we can explore any more of that dungeon. I've made a fire greatsword for us to try out, which has an incredible amount of damage, but it is quite slow. But regardless, we'll see how it fares compared to the nunchucks. But let's burrito up and get stuck right in. Most of the initial parts of this dungeon have already been cleared, so I'm not expecting too much difficulty here. Unless we get a wither, of course. That's a bit unexpected. The two-handed greatsword so far is pretty good at crowd control. There's a second wither that's really not great. Unfortunately, the great-handed sword here does not have any enchants, so I am wondering if I should maybe have my nunchucks out instead, because this is getting a bit much. Especially because we do now have 3 withers all active. Right, you know what, let's try the nunchucks then and see how this fares against things. I still cannot bloody see anything. Right, withers, if you would come down a second and let me beat you up a bit, that would be rather grand. 4 withers. This is pandemonium. I cannot do or see anything. Let's try use the bow and see if we can take out some of the withers, seeing as they are the ones that are causing the issue here. 5 withers. Ay ay ay, look at all the loot, but I can't do anything at the moment because there's so many of them. If I could just slowly start taking out some of them, I would be happy here. This is bloody madness. But do note, I am not losing any health at all. If you can see my health bar. Right, great sword out again. Let's just see if we can do anything. I can only severely apologise because I can see nothing here either. But I think we have killed one of the withers at least. Not that I can see much more else. I am assuming that we have a wither spawner somewhere around here. This is beyond ridiculous. Look at all the loot that I need to pick up. I think our potion effects have got about 3 minutes left. Not that I can really see. Right, you know what? Let's get out of here. This is just absolutely awful. Don't get me wrong, the food and the potion effects are definitely doing their job, but I may need something to deal with all of the explosion damage and obstructing our view. Not now, Behemoth. I've got bigger things to deal with. Right, you know what? Abandon ship. Let's get a little bit of respite for a bit. Holy crap. Or not. Why not? I think we have just unlocked rank 2 knowledge of the tremors, which is interesting. I also think we've got a Ramon now in the mix, but my potion effects are about to run out in a minute's time, so we are in trouble. Bloody withers, would you just die already? Thank you. Right, I think one of the withers is now dead and the other one is above us. So if I could just very quickly take it out. Nunchucks to the rescue, please. That's a lot more like it. Holy crap. Oh, it dropped us a nether star. How nice. And I must say that I much more prefer the nunchucks over to the greatsword. The greatsword is alright for crowd clearing, but I really need something that can hit them a bit harder, a lot quicker. I can't even get anywhere close to that at the moment. We still have got 5 withers active, which is a bloody shame because there is so much loot and experience that I could get from over there. Right, let's put away as much as we can here at the moment, although some of this is junk that we don't need. I'm going to eat another burrito and we will get all of our stats back up nice and high again with them. And I think what we will do is then just run in, loot what we can and get back out of there. I don't want to subject you guys to more blurriness. Another nether star there as well, which is quite good. I wonder how many of them have been dropped. And yet another nether star. Holy crap. I think this area that I'm stood in at the moment was the original area before the withers. So any of the loot that was dropped is probably submerged and gone now, unfortunately. Big boys, do not scare me. Thank you for picking me up and making it extra difficult to see, but all you are is an annoyance. Hello, you. I think I just killed something that also gave me a ghast tier, which could be handy. But honestly, I think I've had enough raiding of this place. These guys are just awful. All of a sudden, this place seems so calm and quiet. These nasties are very easy to take out. Just no more withers. Although I can see one up there who is harassing someone. I think the withers are spawning the tremors and are then attacking the tremors, causing more tremors to be spawned. So no wonder our area ended up in such a bloody mess. Yes, I can definitely survive an area like this, just not very well. We are on the right tracks with this clearly, because otherwise there would have been no hope in hell of me surviving, but it's still going to take a little bit before we can fully conquer this place, I feel. Absolute bloody madness. And if we are not careful, we are about to die. To a bloody trite of all the things. Bane of my existence, I swear to you. It's pretty good actually that we did get a few nether stars, because we've got quite a lot of different recipes that we can unlock with them. A black dragon scale is what I believe we will need to make a Ankh charm, which I think is a very, very decent bauble to have, as it will negate a lot of the debuffs that are put on us. We can now make our own waystones if we wish, although it's a bit expensive. But these potion rings of regeneration, this is something that I definitely want to make. We will need a few more gas tiers, but that's okay, we can get those eventually, and then we'll be able to make this, which I believe is a much better healing ring for us, so I can discard the Scarlight one and we can upgrade to that eventually. But I think that is definitely more than enough dungeon raiding for me for one day. I really quite like the nunchuck that I have, and the great sword isn't too bad, but maybe I need it enchanted first before I fall in love with it. But I think that is definitely enough for one episode, so if you excuse me, I've got a dragon to find, and I'll see you guys in the next one.